Hi there. Missed you guys. I'm, so grateful because I was healthy all year long, and then my birthday hit, and I got pretty sick with this nasty cold. So did a lot more praying and fasting and some sucking on halls and vitamins and lots of pushing fluids and made some soups. So finally not sounding so yucky, and it's midterms, so I've been, focusing on my schoolwork as well. I had to get a tutor to work on my paper because, my final's coming up, and I'm just reviewing basically my own, like what I've learned, what I've, really um, gotten from my research, and even my personal struggles. And I realized that really, looking at everything thus far, it's trying to find the balance, in a home. Mom, versus, or a dad even, a lot of them in jail, a lot, or in drug-related crimes, So when I'm writing my paper and doing my research, I'm also thinking about how, to be successful in life, I know, myself, to put God first and to, you find your overall healthy balance, overall. Like we were talking about, addictions and where they could be, anything. And so I'll be very brief, my personal opinion on things, even like THC and CBD. I believe it's okay. It was even suggested, actually, by my pain management doctor. She said it'd be healthier on your body, and it would decrease, the amount of, pills that you're taking. She said legally I can't tell you what to do, but it's a healthier alternative on your body in the long run. Less harmful effects. However, let me be clear. I'm not in any way giving the okay to, someone to smoke and get high all day, especially if they're talking about wanting either pain relief or, anxiety, depression, things like that. One of the biggest lessons I personally had to learn was, especially when it came to like my pain medication, was that, I learned to take it only when I needed it, because I need it to work when I take it, right? So, when you're thinking about alleviating pain or symptoms of anxiety or depression, it's important, to stay focused on aiding in just doing that, right? I remember to maintain my integrity and to continue to accomplish my necessary tasks that I am responsible for, which would be taking care of my children, if I'm in school, if I'm working, if I'm, running a business, if I'm, set an example for my young adult children. But I know that there's definitely a big difference between excess and not getting things done and administering, medicinal at night. I personally wait actually to take, especially like my pain medication and muscle relaxer, things like that, at night. By then I usually, need it. I'm pretty active during the day now. I'm happy to say my hair is all blowing in my face. Walking, a mile and a half a day. So I definitely at night, my foot and back are just kicking my butt. But, it's when the kids, been put to bed and it's after, you're ready to unwind yourself and relax. And whether it be, just needing help to unwind or be able to get adequate rest so that you can rise again, tomorrow, right? And tend to your family's schedule and routine and all the things that got to get done. Big thing for me too is struggling, to get, sleep. So, I like also to put myself in that mode where I put on, the waves of the beach, crashing, or I put in like I like the female voice scripture or something playing. So it kind of like sets the tone for me to just, relax and not be so anxious and worried about, so many things. It's a real big thing I've had to learn too is, the let go with even thinking that I need to do something more or say something more or feel something more. I'm not doing something right, because ultimately, it is really up to God. And I need to stop worrying so much about things that I, have no control over. That one's a big one for me personally. But I trust my opinions, and I genuinely believe that God will lead me to see where I am unhealthy with my balance, or learning, or leaning towards like an addiction or an excess. Like I made a huge improvement from vaping all day and night to, I think I had like maybe 1 or 2 cigarettes in like a month. So obviously there's still always room for improvement, but it's a huge improvement from the way it was. So, am I buying, 2 or 10, like with the coffees? I realized, when I'm ordering, I got excited. There was a couple different, creamers that only come around the holidays, like pumpkin spice and peppermint mocha, and I got all excited. And then I was like, oh, but let me not get, too much, right? You don't want to get 10 coffees and think, well, it's okay because it's just coffee. No, it's a healthy balance, right? A healthy amount. So I bought 2 and, not 10. So it's, just wanting to share with you guys, what I've learned. And then you yourself, I want you to build your own relationship with God and with your own ability to see, your weaknesses and your strengths. I believe that God knows how, to reach me anyway, and does, so that I remain aware of my choices. And I know I can and begin to feel conviction for whatever I'm doing or not doing, right? It's more important to focus on myself, though, and not others. What is or isn't being done, focus on self, not on other people. I am, as anyone else should be, watering my plants, of obedience and discernment. Or obviously, if you're in a marriage, you can come to and remain in tune with the agreement that you have with God yourself and them too, right? Whatever that agreement is. The good news is God waters all these plants too. I know I want him to do that. It's very important to remember that anything can be done too much. I've learned to stop and look at what I'm doing and how I do things even. And I now encourage others, to do the same. You really do begin to see yourself when you open your eyes and step back. Self-awareness is key, right? Prime example of excess. I wanted to show you guys an example that really struck me, and it was actually about water. It was a 28-year-old woman. She identified herself as a nurse, mother of 3, California mom, which is what I am. Water intoxication. Have you guys ever heard of that? It's kind of like carbon monoxide poisoning, because it is deadly and it gives no warning. So this mother entered, it was a radio contest, and it was see how long you could wait to Wii to earn a Nintendo Wii, right? Get it? Wii for Wii. The object of the game was to see who could drink the most water without going to the bathroom. Get it? Wii. So she won after consuming nearly 2 gallons of water, or I think she was in second place, second to the last. She bowed out the competition because of her symptoms. But 6 hours later, she was found by her children in her home dead. So the family turned around and sued the radio station and won the lawsuit as well. So money aside, I guess she even got her family did a couple of Justin Timberlake, concert tickets offered to them. And apparently, that really stays at this whole equation, equal and a win. It's like, does that really equal a win? Concert tickets, money. It's like, think about the family, especially these 3 young children, what they lost. I'm sure the jury awarding the $16.5 million compensation award sends a clear message to the corporations when dealing with the public, right? My heart goes out to her, because I know, as a young mom, we want to, get our kids this game system that's, outrageously expensive. But who knew, her entering the contest to win it for her kids would, kill her. So I had a really specific, one of the angels, they came to visit again. They're young. I like them a lot, talking to them and doing, some Bible study and stuff. And one of the girls said something that really struck that I like. I want to share it with you guys. She said, "May we choose the harder right instead of the easier wrong." So that could be, placed in so many, ways. A lot of times we want to take, the easier route, or what seems like an easy way, out of something, where, we want to get a hand up instead of a hand out. But I guess overall it's just reflecting on self, checking your own spirit. Sometimes, if I just want to take a few days and just reflect and talk to God and think about what it is I want to do, think about the things that I've done, and just kind of feel myself out for making sure that I'm in the right spirit, and I'm definitely encouraging the right spirit too, right? All right, well, I'll talk to you guys later, okay? Have a good day. Bye.